Hey, family,
It's your girl, Nanci Dru,
and Mama C.
and we're back with another episode of Two Black Mothers. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share.
And don't forget the notification button and leave your comments down below. We'll be sure to get back with you. So, how
Wait,
long? Hold on before we start. How long have we been sitting here talking? What, about 15 minutes, right?
mm-hmm. What you
And
told
nobody
him to do?
came to say anything to me.
Mm-mm.
As soon as I say, "Hey, family,"
Mm-hmm.
here comes the little one to
Mm-hmm.
want to say something to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well, he
don't get
usually
anything
shows
from
up
right here.
once you hit record. He show up.
Exactly. Then he comes right here and be like, I'm like, what?
What?
That is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like like when I kept turning it down, like it kept like saying loud stuff.
And like he comes and have a full conversation with me, like now is the time to have a conversation with me.
Is he talking about Alexa?
Yes, he's talking about Alexa because he blasts the music while he's in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So today is the real True Crime Thursday.
True Crime
And
Thursday.
so, our guy we were talking about yesterday. His brother took to social media to tell you black bees something.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Were these people adopted and raised by white women?
I don't know because he's just as black as I don't know. I don't know.
Where is his mom? Like, where are they? His mom?
We have not seen a mother, but this is supposed to be a brother, so I don't know.
I just can't. I cannot. Please, did you send a video?
I
Because
did. I did.
I'm about to.
Go.
And
Let's
you
go
know
to
what?
your side so I can tell you in order.
Okay. So like tomorrow's supposed to be economic
Yeah.
blackout. We gonna
Right.
black them Negroes out
Mm-hmm.
because where's your mother? I know your mom is black.
Or auntie. Somebody. I don't know. I was like, oh my. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, there you go, right there. Come on down.
Not him.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting up
Mm-hmm.
here with a whole do-rag on his head.
Mm-hmm. See, I sent you the first one, then I realized that I found it without all that picture in the way. So the bottom one is the one we're gonna play.
Oh, let me guess, cause y'all black bitch know y'all ain't shit. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus. Huh? Yeah, they don't want milk. They don't want milk. They don't want milk. I tried to grieve in peace. Motherfucker call me every 30 seconds. Hey, man, you see what this is about? I gotta tell these people, hey, man, y'all stay off Facebook, man. Oh, let me guess, cause y'all.
Yeah.
Who elected him to say something on behalf of the family? Because they need to be fired.
I said he must woke up drunk.
Exactly.
He's talking about what?
What is that? What is
They
that?
didn't want to what? So they don't woke me up. Well, clearly. Clearly, you still sleep.
So I really be trying.
Oh, I mean, I just
Now, scroll. No,
Y'all black bitch know
scroll.
y'all ain't shit.
I'm trying to see because he wrote something too. I sent it to you. He decided to
He
type
can
this
write.
stuff out. He wrote it out for y'all because y'all kept saying y'all didn't know what he was saying.
He can write.
Something.
He's able to put words together to make a sentence.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a good sentence, but scroll up some more. Let's see. Right here.
Him right
Draco.
here.
No,
Him.
go down. Go down. There,
Her.
go to Draco.
Okay.
Now, you guys, I posted a case about Telvin Osborne for the last few days, and as you know, there have been some posts that have recently surfaced. Now, outside from the stuff that came out about him, which was extremely disturbing as well. So I was just scrolling through social media last night, looking up some stuff about this case when I came across this post. And let me say this, y'all, this post is extremely crazy because not only did Black people try to help you get this story out when this case first came out, me as a Black woman doing the things that I do in the true crime community, let me say this, is not a lot of us doing this. But I took the time out to cover this case in order to make sure that your brother got justice. And for you to come out and say, my brother ain't want no begging ass Black, is insane. I'm a Black woman myself. I'm raising Black girls. My mother is a Black woman. Y'all's mother is a Black woman. As a family, what you guys should have done was took to social media to say, hey, Telvin had his views on life. He viewed life a certain way because of this or that or whatever. We do not stand beside the things that he said, but we want to get justice for Telvin because he was our family member.
So first of all, this person who woke up cuckoo, he do agree with the stuff that he said.
Exactly.
So no,
if you posted this behind it, you do agree. So that's why he didn't say, oh, we don't agree with what he believes in. He probably got a white woman. His brother probably do too.
Yeah. You know why you got a white woman? Because a Black woman ain't gonna be putting up with no bullshit like that. You wake up talking about like, they ain't. They not. A Black woman didn't give you the time of the day, so you mad. So you had to hop on over to Bunnyland. And now you mad.
So much y'all sorry, some bitches got so much to say. Damn right, my brother ain't want no begging ass Black beat. Okay.
But instead, you guys double down and continue to spew this racist hate. Now, I don't speak on the dead. I don't speak ill on the dead. So I'm going to just cut myself off from this case. There are millions of people who need help every day. And as you guys know, we don't get coverage. And that's why I do the stuff that I do. Now, that is all that I'm going to say about this. I removed my videos about this case. And let me just apologize to Black women because, y'all, I never want to promote anything like this on my platform. Now, you guys,
So now they're gonna first of all remove themselves from the case, but she already been arrested.
Yeah, they done did what they wanted her to do.
Exactly. So we need to go down there and protest and let her ass free.
They already spread it where I told you because they came on like Saturday, and by Monday, the police was like, "Oh, we're arresting her," and then that's when the messages came out.
See, somebody should have. So next time we know. Let's
do
go
our due diligence
profile or their profile first. Let's do our backstory first to see if it's either worth our time to sit and discuss or get in an uproar for. Because he is not. He is not.
Or his family.
Or his family, no. And she says she don't speak ill on the dead, but I was about to say something. May he rest. That's somewhere. All I gotta say. Okay.
May he rest somewhere.
Exactly. We know where he resting at. So is this? Oh, this is the 911 call.
I mean, you really can't hear nothing. She just keeps saying it was an accident. But they were saying that.
Is she like, is she hilarious? Hilarious? I mean, not hilarious.
Hysterical.
Hysterical. Is she hysterical?
Yeah, we'll play it.
Okay, where's the gunshot one? Where's the one? Hey, hold pressure to it.
She sound like the brother. She do. Maybe they was drinking together that night.
I think everybody was drinking.
I need you to hold pressure on it, okay? Is he still breathing? Yes, ma'am, he is. Yes, ma'am, he is. Okay. Okay, take a breath for me. Take a breath.
He said it was a complete accident.
You see who's playing this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Her long lost cousin.
Yes, I damn out, okay? This whole pressure, okay? Please, baby, talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Yes, ma'am, I don't know if he's breathing. He's really going white. Sure. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How old is he? 30. Okay. It's okay, man.
What's going on right here? Was you reading it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm naked, man. I'm so sorry. I don't have any clothes on. Okay.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
They was going
Hope
back
he
and forth.
realized he was sleeping with the enemy.
I'm so sorry. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. You had to put clothes on. You have any on? Ma'am, I'm naked. I'm so sorry. I need to put some clothes on. Okay, yes, ma'am. I understand. Sheldon, baby. No, baby.
You see that?
Register to the room, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sheldon.
You're liberal.
Sheldon, please. Sheldon.
Is she laughing or she crying?
Please, I'm sorry, Sheldon.
No, she's steady saying, I'm sorry. She drunk. That's
I'm
what she
talking about
is.
the lady in the video back here.
Oh, I ain't see her. She was just there.
Yeah.
She's talking about, I put it away. I don't even know where it's at. Girl, what?
Hmm. Why would you put it away? That sounds fishy. Why
She
would you
said-
do it?
Where's the weapon? She said, I don't know. I put it away. I don't even know where it's at. What you on?
Is exactly. And if you just unalived him and
While
called
he was bleeding, you
911,
went and put it away?
exactly.
I would think you would have dropped it and been on the floor with him, calling 911. She said, I don't know.
It should have been sitting right there on the counter wherever y'all was at. Like,
She don't know where it's at. It's been so long. He probably was shot 30 minutes before that.
exactly. I want to see the phone records. Did she call 911 as soon as it happened?
But
Or
how
did
would
she
they know
call-
when it happened?
I'm sure it's going to be a coroner's report. It's going to be a trial.
Oh, they said breaking news: a body floating in Lake Lanier.
Not
It's
surprising. That ain't breaking.
It's probably the man that been missing from the teacher and his wife had been missing for some weeks.
What teaching wife?
They had found his wife body weeks ago. But I don't know if that lake is by because he went to Lake Oconee.
Mm-hmm.
Is that by Lake Lanier?
No, I think that's towards South Carolina. Lake Lanier is near Chattanooga, right?
I've never been to Lake Lanier because ever since I was little, I always heard that you go down. So
I never heard until like maybe 5 years ago.
Usher's son drowned more than 5 years ago.
He's drowned in Lake Lanier? I thought he drowned in the backyard or something.
No, in Lake Lanier.
Really? I didn't know that.
Here, I'm gonna send you this the case I was talking about. He's at Lake Oconee. His wife was found the next day. But they still hadn't found him, so people were saying that he probably unalived his wife. But the news been saying every day that they have not ruled it that he is alive. They think that he is in the lake as well. They just haven't found him.
Just swimming?
No, they think that they just haven't found him.
So Lake Lanier is by South Carolina, so it is that way. Yeah, I've never been to Lake Lanier, and I don't think I have a want, because it's been too many of us that has gone there and has not made it back. So no, I don't think I want to go to Lake Lanier. Okay, let's go into that. Let's go into the Lake Lanier case. Oh,
Crews are going to be back out trying to
Yeah, that was
find the Atlanta
2012.
teacher
He
who
drowned in Lake
vanished on
Lanier.
Lake Oconee. We're told that Gary Jones and
really?
his fiancee,
Yeah.
Joycelyn Wilson, were out on their boat last weekend.
At age
Wilson's body
11.
was recovered, but Jones has still not been found. Atlanta News 1st Sarah Hammond is live for us as people who know the couple joined in on that search over the weekend. A lot of people worried and just want some answers this morning. Sarah, what can you tell us?
Well, I'm at Westminster Schools in Atlanta here, where the search for one of their own continues on Lake Oconee. Gary Jones, a teacher and coach here, is still missing this morning. Law enforcement search and rescue teams and even volunteers who know the couple were out searching for Jones over the weekend. Wilson's body was recovered last Sunday. Search crews found a pair of Jones's shoes roughly 200 yards from where she was found. And Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills tells us they are looking into possible foul play, but that is standard protocol in these cases. And he also says their investigation goes beyond the lake. They recently acquired phone records for Wilson and Jones.
The challenge in every drowning.
That's the boat?
situation
Yes, girl.
is
Out there in
finding
that
where
itty
you
bitty
go
boat.
now.
You shouldn't have only been in the pool
She
with
told me,
that
"Is that
boat.
the boat?"
Do you think they ordered that boat off Temu?
And it had 2 holes at the bottom, clearly.
Oh my! That was the boat.
That was the boat. The boat was found flipped over. They found her body right after they found the boat, and she was still holding on to her phone.
She didn't have time to call anyone.
Didn't call nobody, and the husband ain't been found. This was 2 weeks ago. Still ain't found his body. But then my phone just said breaking news: body found in Lake Lanier. That's why I was saying I don't know if them lakes is close by each other.
Lake Oconee.
Oconee.
Let's see.
But I don't know why they would go out there in that little bit of boat. I'm not getting on that little bit of boat. You're gonna need a yacht for me.
2 hours from each other. They
So
wouldn't
yeah,
have
he
made
couldn't
it.
have floated in there. There's no way.
Yeah, 2 hours from each other. It'd be no way.
Yeah.
Lake
So
Oconee.
he probably got rid of her and somewhere hiding. They found his shoes, but nothing else. Yeah. She's in my
Like, you find your shoes and nothing else. Is this? And they say it could be foul play because he ain't. Is he really missing?
They don't know.
And how she still have, like, that's a grip on her phone. Like, what's in that phone?
That's some foul play.
What were they from? Oh, they was from up there. They was from up there by Lake Lanier.
Oh, that's where they from.
Yeah, they said.
I mean, because he an Atlanta teacher.
Oh. She was like Westminster.
Atlanta News 1st Sarah Hammond is live for us as people who know the
No, she
couple
said that's
joined
where
in on
she
that
was at.
search
She was
over the
standing
weekend.
outside of them.
A lot of people worried and just want some answers this morning. Sarah, what can you tell us?
Well, I'm at Westminster Schools in Atlanta here, where the search for one of their own continues on Lake Oconee. Gary Jones, a teacher and coach here, is still missing this morning. Law enforcement search and rescue teams and even volunteers who know the couple were out searching for Jones over the weekend. Wilson's body was recovered last Sunday. Search crews found a pair of Jones's shoes roughly 200 yards from where she was found. And Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills tells us they are looking into possible foul play, but that is standard protocol in these cases. And he also says their investigation goes beyond the lake. They recently acquired phone records for Wilson and Jones.
The challenge in
So what you think?
I
Tell us
think that boat is small as fuck. Like, where were they sitting?
You thinking that they shouldn't have been out on that boat?
They shouldn't have been out on that boat because that boat came from Timu. Second of all, they acquired phone records already. She had the death grip on that phone. He is nowhere to be found, but they found her shoes. Why her shoes wasn't on her feet?
Oh, I thought they found his shoes.
Who is Jones? Let's go back.
Atlanta here, where the search for one of their own continues on Lake Oconee. Gary Jones, a teacher and
The
coach,
teacher?
is still
The
missing
man?
this morning.
Okay.
Law enforcement search and rescue teams and even volunteers who know the couple were out searching for Jones over the weekend. Wilson's body was recovered last Sunday. Search crews found a pair of Jones's shoes roughly 200 yards from where she was found. And
So why was his shoes 200 yards from where she was found, but nothing else of him?
Exactly.
This
Negro is out running.
He don't walk into his new life.
Exactly. Because her phone had the death grip.
Mm-hmm.
And they got phone records.
Mm-hmm.
He got no shoes on. Nobody. We haven't found the body of him.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take off his shoes so there will be no footprints?
But you still got feet.
Yeah, but is it footprints in the wood with just feet? Don't you have to have some shoes to leave an imprint?
I don't know.
I guess you drag. I don't know. But
I think your new wife came to pick you up. That's so crazy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Why, first of all, I need to know. I ain't seen no family member say nothing. I need to know, have they been out on that boat before? Because what would make y'all go out in February into the lake with this itty bitty boat?
And this was a week ago.
Shoot, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 17 days.
Oh.
17 days, because they just did like this say. Here, let me send this to you. Give us an update. This was yesterday news.
Now it is day 17 in the search for a missing
Day
boater.
17.
And the Putnam County Sheriff is reacting to rumors that the boater may not be in the water. Channel 2 Station Fernandez is live in Putnam County, and Ty, the sheriff and other investigators believe
he ain't
they
in the
will
water.
eventually find him in the lake.
Well, Karen, the sheriff here in Putnam County is one of the only people who has seen the autopsy report of Gary Jones's fiancee, Joycelyn Wilson. And although he cannot share the report with us, he said most of what's in the report makes him believe that Jones is in the water. Now, I want you to take a look at this sign right here that Gary Jones walked by the day he disappeared. It says, "Caution, submerged timber." Well, those submerged trees probably played a huge role in this case.
I know people are asking, why can't they find it?
Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills says locating the body of missing teacher Gary Jones in Lake Oconee isn't as easy as people might think. It's been 17 days since Jones disappeared, and the sheriff has heard all the rumors, with people questioning if Jones is actually in the water or alive somewhere else.
Is that a possibility? Yes. But there's no evidence of that, okay? His phone's not working, okay?
Have you looked into his bank account?
I haven't done that as of yet. I'm not going to tell you I won't do that.
17 days you ain't seen to see if any money came out of his account?
Crews are going to be back out trying to find the...
Let me go back. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. So you are not treating this case like, come on now.
Pawpaw halfway to retirement. He like, there's no evidence that he's still out there. He don't care.
It's a lot of evidence that he's still out there. A lot. His shoes. His shoes are still out there.
Like, why would let's back up. Even if we were going fishing, why would he take his shoes off and then get in the boat.
Exactly. Was her shoes off? No, they was not.
So why wouldn't you check his house? I done went by his house.
They didn't check his house?
He act like he ain't did nothing. He said he in the water.
He said because of the trees.
The trees, he in the water.
And
so
the
trying to say
of the girl.
The trees pulled him so deep in the water that they can't find his body.
But they can find the girl body?
I thought they had like a thing they could go over the water and it'll show like a body sensor thing.
With technology today, they should just put the coordinates into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT should tell you where the body is located.
Matter of fact, they need to put the details in ChatGPT and say, do you think that he in the water?
Exactly.
ChatGPT gonna say, based on the evidence in this story, I believe that your guy may be on the run.
Exactly.
But he say he ain't checked no bank account. So if he ain't checked no bank account, he ain't checked no house.
But he say they got phone records. They said that this case, because from the first video, they said
said that he got phone, but he ain't said nothing about it one day ago. Why you ain't say the phone records? He ain't used the phone since he left here.
Exactly. This man ain't worried about these.
He ain't checked no phone records. If he did, he forgot to pick it up.
Yep. He ain't he ain't worried about us.
She mustn't got no family either, because I'd be on the hunt.
Live somewhere
He
else.
look like the old guy.
So they said no. When it first happened, the boat wasn't flipped over. The boat was in the middle of the water circling.
Oh,
that's what happened. So somebody called 911 because the boat was in the middle of the water going in a circle and nobody was on it. So it didn't flip over. It didn't sink. So what happened? You saying that they fell out the boat while the boat was still moving?
What time did they go out on the boat?
Let's see. Can we see the beginning? Dang loud dryer. You hear it?
I thought that was your phone.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, you got another one? Okay.
Gary Jones and Joycelyn Wilson were engaged to be married. This past weekend, they went missing. Joycelyn's body has been found. Gary's has not been found yet. And to say that the details surrounding this case are sketchy would be an understatement. This all starts at the Fishtail Marina, where they put this 12-foot plastic John boat in the water, and they took the boat out allegedly 7 miles. Reports say that the boat had an engine twice the recommended size, as well as having no gas cap. And the Putnam Sheriff has said that this is not the typical boat that you would ever take out 7 miles into a river channel. And something happened out there. We don't know what yet, but something happened. And boaters in the area said that they saw the boat idling in a circle at some point. Those boaters also looked around, were trying to see if they could find anything. They saw some kids nearby on a shore, asked them if they knew anything. They weren't getting much information, so they called 911. But what I don't get is the reports also say that the boat eventually ended up at a dock. So I don't know how it could have, went from idling in a circle to on a dock. The Georgia DNR is the one who found the boat on the dock, but they then contacted the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, who are now handling the case because there is a death involved. Unfortunately, on Sunday afternoon, someone found Joycelyn's body, but it was on the complete opposite side than where the boat was found docked. And then on Monday, Gary's shoes were found in the shoreline, but like 15 feet apart. So one shoe, 15 feet, another shoe. Now the massive search going on covers hundreds of miles on the lake, where depths are like 80 feet at the deepest with, they say, timber in the water. The sheriff said there was a piece of birthday cake on the boat, which I just find odd. I don't know why, but it's odd to me. There was also no signs of alcohol. The sheriff said that there are other factors that are playing into this right now, but he is not ready to discuss them. The sheriff also said that this wide, extensive search is the largest one that ever has taken place on Lake Oconee. Reports say that they plan to put a cadaver dog out on Friday to search for the body of Gary Jones, who is still missing. But like I said, Joycelyn Wilson's body was found on Sunday. And I'm reading that the canine cadaver dog that they have coming out to search has found a body before in like 50 feet deep of water. So I just want to say rest in peace to Joycelyn Wilson. This is so, so heartbreaking. And I'm hoping that it was a tragic accident and not something more sinister, like I said, because the details are super sketchy. Nothing is adding up, and why they would do some of the things that they did are not making sense. Joycelyn was a professor at Spelman College.
Oh.
This said she was a senior instructor in mathematics. I will certainly update y'all. As
Well,
soon
why
as
y'all ain't been saying that about
Joycelyn?
Joycelyn? Joycelyn is a professor. He a teacher.
Exactly. But they look for him. They
Exactly.
found her, but they out here looking for him. They say, allegedly.
So why would you get on this plastic boat, go 7 miles out into the lake with some cake?
Was it somebody's birthday?
They ain't said nothing about who. I ain't seen nothing from no family. As much as TikTok be generating for you in algorithm, I haven't seen no family members say nothing.
It do.
And then how will we both drown? The boat's still floating. So did one of us? Can they swim? Like I wish some family would say something like, "Oh, they knew how to swim." Because
first of all, did you see that boat?
Joycelyn Wilson.
Did you see that boat?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, everything is going to be life jacket.
You would ever take out.
My body will be on a life jacket. My feet will be life jacket. I will have them floaties around my arm in that boat.
One chair. So was she sitting on that other side?
She was sitting. Yeah, it had to be sitting over here.
Yeah.
Everything. I will have a life jacket on my body, on my legs, floaties on my arm, and I would have had a noodle on my lap.
Well, they didn't say she had on a life jacket, so I wish the family would say if they knew how to swim, because I was gonna say maybe.
I don't care if you do know how to swim. I'm still putting on a life jacket because
I'm saying maybe one of them fell in the water that couldn't swim, and the other one jumped in.
Both of them should have had on the life jacket. Look at this Timu boat.
They should have. And to go 7 miles out, boy, you was real confident in that boat.
Because it said you shouldn't went 7 miles out. First, it is a Timu boat. They said the boat is plastic and the motor is too strong.
Did he build it?
He did from Timu.
Oh man. Well, rest in peace to Joycelyn. I hope that it was no sinister, like she said. I hope that it was nothing sinister and that it was just a tragic accident that they went out there.
The story is sinister because this was a setup from the beginning. You knew that boat was not supposed to go out there. You knew it. You knew you should have put on life jackets.
What's her name?
Who name? Joycelyn.
How you spell it?
Joyceyln. You knew you don't. This was a known. Come on now. We sit around and we make fun at what the other side of us be doing.
And what her last name was, because I want to see did her family post anything.
Let's
rest in peace to Joycelyn.
That the details.
Wilson.
We sit around and make fun of the things that other people be doing. This is the thing that the other people be doing. We don't do this.
That is true.
No. Smell fishy. There's a fish smell. There's an odor.
Let's see. Her family said
nothing at all.
They just said celebration of life will be at 11 a.m. at Zion Hill Baptist Church.
What is his family saying?
So just say if you or someone you know has information about Gary, please call 706.
Gary Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anybody have information about Gary?
Yeah, ain't none of her family got nothing posted other than the arrangements.
Let's get deep into this.
They must believe that
Has anybody heard about the disappearance of Gary Jones and Joycelyn Wilson? Because I haven't seen anybody talking about it.
Look at her face. Look at this, the reporter face, the true crime person face.
Now this say CeeLo
Is
Green
he really
is mourning the tragic loss of Joycelyn Wilson, a longtime friend he considered family. The two grew up together in Atlanta, and Green described her passing as more than tragic, horrific. And I know personally that she did not deserve this. Wilson, a beloved Spelman College instructor, drowned in Lake Oconee after a boating trip with her fiance, who remains missing.
I wonder, do the students who take her class automatically get an A?
No, they just bringing a substitute to the semester over.
They don't have substitute professors.
Really?
Yeah. If your professor doesn't come to class that day, you dismiss for that day. You don't call in a substitute.
Oh, they're gonna have to hire somebody.
But you know, that is like, I don't know if it's an urban myth because it was a movie about it. If your roommate in college, if your roommate dies, you automatically pass.
Oh, because it's traumatic.
Yes. So I think it's a movie about some people on the other side of us try to unalive their roommate to pass the semester. Yeah. So I was wondering, since my professor is now unalive, do I get an A?
You do not.
I should. I'm distraught. I cannot finish out the
now
semester.
This say Jones. Several relatives of Jones indicated that he had been seeking a riverfront restaurant for dinner that night.
So this was Valentine's weekend, wasn't
it? Yes, because Valentine's Day was on Friday, the 14th.
Yeah, so it was Valentine's Day weekend. So they were celebrating Valentine's. Okay, so that explains the cake.
Yes.
But
so Sheriff Sills indicated the investigators had obtained video footage that may assist in the investigation.
Explain the boat.
She didn't. They didn't put her on the ground quick. Like
she gone. She under.
Yes. Buried on
autopsy. They did.
Her funeral was on Campbellton Road on the 20th. She was found on the 16th, buried on the 20th.
But we got an autopsy report.
They say
we do, according to
hold on. Say life jackets was found in the boat,
but not on them.
But not on her.
Come on now, come on, y'all. Why can't I type? Come on, y'all. Something is suspect. Something is suspect here. Right?
Oh, something is something.
Life jackets found in the boat, but they didn't have life jackets on. Who does that? Who does that?
Yeah, people from, her family, they got posts, but they ain't really saying nothing. They ain't really saying nothing other than the funeral arrangements. If you know any information on Gary. Yeah, say life jacket was in the boat. Her body was found floating with the phone in her hand. Like, what would make her be clenching her phone?
Because she was trying to make a phone call, but she couldn't. So she must not have been a good swimmer.
Yeah. I probably would drop my shit though. If I was drowning,
yeah,
I probably would drop them. I feel like you was pushed under the water and you was holding your phone.
She must not have been a good swimmer, because even if you
wasn't a good swimmer, would you not drop the phone to try to swim?
But if I wasn't a good swimmer, I would have had on a fucking life jacket. That's the first thing up. Even if I was a good swimmer, I am putting on.
Let me tell you something. I can get in the pool and I can, but I have a fear of big bodies of water. I cannot swim in a big body of water. You drop me in a lake, I'm going straight to the bottom. So I would have a life jacket on because it's just something about not being able to touch the bottom that make me forget how to swim.
Yes, me too. Me too. I don't like to not be able to touch the bottom, even with the life jacket on.
Now with the life jacket on,
I'm not.
With no life jacket, I'm gonna be like, "Brr."
I have a fear that I am too big that I'm going to take the life jacket down with me.
At the little water park up the street, so they have an 8-foot pool, and you can't get in there unless you swim from one side to the other and get a wristband. So Eric jumped in there, swam to the other side. I jumped in there and started swimming. And when I realized I couldn't touch the bottom, Eric said he seen the fear in my eyes. I instantly started panicking in the middle of the 8 feet.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
when I started going under, I was like, you just in the pool, just underneath. So I just got underneath and started going till I got to the wall, but I got up out of there. They didn't give me a band. You keep it. You keep it.
No.
So if she had to, I mean, maybe he said take it off. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I mean, what would make you would have to run into rigor mortis and nip? Is that what it's called? When your body stiffen up with the phone in your hand.
Like you had
that's death grip, like you said. Yeah, that's a death grip.
So they have phone records. Her phone is clenched to her hand. He's not there. They found some shoes, and they had got a boat from Temu. There is something going on here. They got that boat from Temu. I just know it. I'm about to go find it. What kind of boat was it? It was a green boat.
That's all we know is a boat.
It was a plastic boat.
Let's see what the comments say. I just want somebody to tell me because she swam. That's a key part.
She couldn't. Because if she could, well, I guess if she could swim, then somebody had to drown her.
Right.
If she couldn't swim. What type of boat is it? Because they have plenty of boats on Temu. There's boats on here. But it had a what was that thing in the back? What is it called? The engine.
Yeah, the engine.
Motor. The motor.
They said there was no water in her lungs.
How do you drown?
Did they make that? There's somebody in the comments said, there's 2 key factors here. Now this is from a week ago. His shoes proves he wasn't drowning, and no water in her lungs proves that she didn't drown.
We need the autopsy. Was she strangled?
It says Lake Oconee death investigation, not a simple drowning. Life jackets in boat, no water in lungs. Well, how do you drown with no water in lungs?
Exactly. Where was that from? Like, who said that?
These are just people posting. I don't know who these people are. Now I don't see it on the news that no water in her lungs. Now they did say it was life jackets. Channel 2 said it was life jackets in the boat.
Let's go. Everybody, where is I need to know. I need to know now. I am invested.
Dude, the search for a beloved Metro Atlanta coach missing on Lake Oconee is suspended for the day. The Westminster Christian School in Atlanta confirming to us the missing man is one of their staff members, Gary Jones. He and the woman you see on the screen, Joycelyn Wilson, were reportedly on a boat on the lake Saturday before that boat turned up empty. Game wardens found Wilson's body on Sunday. She was a Spelman math professor since 2007. People across the metro are sending prayers to both families. Dude,
What type of boat did he say?
the search for a beloved Metro Atlanta coach missing on
Now,
Lake
somebody
Oconee is
said
suspended for
in the comments, because somebody said, why would they be in the water and could not swim? That isn't smart. Now, somebody said, I know her. She was a skydiver and could swim.
Really? What is her name again? Look up. Did you Google her name?
I didn't Google her name. I just typed it into Facebook to see if her family said anything.
What lies in the lake?
I don't know if we will ever know.
A Spelman College
Now, who is that?
instructor and her fiance, a high school teacher and a coach, they grab their boat and head out to a Georgia lake to celebrate his birthday. But they never returned.
His birthday.
We're rebuilding a story that we don't know the ending to.
They found her body the next day floating, still clutching on to her cell phone. But he is nowhere to be found, missing now for almost 3 weeks.
We are doing everything we can to provide closure to the family.
The clues left in the boat that rescuers say were unusual, and what was found near her floating body that has authorities scratching their heads. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
And we need the rest of where is it? Because he was going to tell us what was found in the boat and
was in the lake.
Where's TSR Investigate?
Click the link in the bio for the full episode. Open anyway. Oh, here we go.
What lies in the lake?
I don't know if we will ever know.
A Spelman College instructor.
That must have been that old white man.
fiance,
That's
a
why
high
he
school
said,
teacher, and a coach.
I don't
They grabbed their
know
boat and
if
head out
we'll
to a
ever
Georgia
know.
lake to celebrate his birthday. But they never returned.
We're rebuilding a story that we don't know the ending to.
They found her body the next day floating, still clutching on to her cell phone. But he is nowhere to be found, missing now for almost 3 weeks.
We are doing everything we can to provide closure to the family.
The clues left in the boat that rescuers say were unusual, and what was found near her floating body that has authorities scratching their heads. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
TSR.
There has been a widespread search happening for weeks now to figure out what happened to this man, Gary Jones, who was out on February 8th with his fiance, Spelman College math instructor Joycelyn Wilson. They were at Lake Oconee, about 75 miles east of Atlanta in rural Putnam County, Georgia. They were seen on surveillance video separately at a gas station and their hotel before they met up to celebrate Jones's 50th birthday together on his small boat. But as the sun was setting that evening, something bad happened, something that the sheriff's office has been trying to make sense of.
It is a maze of limbs and trucks and trees.
That's what the Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills and the Georgia Department of Natural Resources are dealing with right now.
You can't see your hand in front of your face 6 feet underwater, okay, much less 80 feet underwater.
They say what lies under Lake Oconee looks like remnants of a tornado. There are trees down there, debris.
But how do you get down
The water
there?
is exceptionally cold.
Okay, so it happened on the 8th. When did they go out there? Because remember, a tornado came through, or a hurricane, or something came through. Remember that storm that came through?
I don't know, because I thought they said they found her body the next day on Sunday.
Oh,
But I
okay.
thought they said the 16th. So I'm kind of confused.
Because see, it happened on the 8th. It happened on the 8th. When did they found her body, but when did they start searching for his body? Because today is the 27th.
Yeah. I
The
don't know. You
8th
gotta keep
was on
playing.
Saturday. Was on a Saturday.
So maybe they found her body on the 9th. Because they
Okay.
said on the Sunday.
Okay, Sunday. Okay, that was Super Bowl Sunday. Nobody was working.
They found her on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yep, that was Super Bowl Sunday.
I think they got the days wrong. Keep playing.
Old. Richard Pickering of the Emergency Dive Response Team telling WSB, the ABC affiliate in Atlanta.
The biggest thing that we're dealing with here at this lake is the weather. And what I mean by that is the temperature and the rain and having to work in these conditions. The water temperature on the surface is 53 degrees. Down at the bottom, it's closer to 42.
Which is also making it hard for cadaver dogs to pick up the scent of a human body. But it has been getting warmer in Atlanta, which led to a break in the case over the weekend.
The canines were actually able to alert consistently in an area that we are very focused on, and that is why Georgia State Patrol, Sheriff's Office, and DNR are all working that area actively right now.
February 8th, surveillance video showing the couple putting their 12-foot John boat into the water in Lick Creek at Fishtail Marina. It was around 3:30 in the afternoon, somewhat of an unusual time to start your journey on the water. That day, the sun was setting around 6:12 p.m.
What we're basically doing is we're rebuilding a story that we don't know the ending to.
It was around 5:30 p.m. that someone working at a nearby lake house heard high-pitched noises.
He heard the high pitch of the engine. It was going wee, and he was running wide open.
The boat was empty, the engine idling in a circle about 7 miles out onto the lake.
2 hours.
No sign of Gary Jones or Joycelyn Wilson. That was until the next day. Joycelyn's body was found floating with her cell phone still clutched in her hand. Sheriff Sills says that she had enough air in her lungs to keep her afloat, but also he said that this was not your typical drowning.
There was a sufficient amount of air in her lungs to give her buoyancy and prevent her body from going to the bottom.
Jerry Dworkin, an aquatic safety and water rescue expert, telling the NBC News affiliate WXIA in Atlanta that there's something known as the 1-10-1 rule.
But you have 1 minute to get your breathing under control. Otherwise, you begin to hyperventilate as a result of the cold water. You have 10 minutes of purposeful movement to self-rescue yourself. And if there's no platform or no boat to climb back onto, whatever, after 10 minutes, she'll be absolutely exhausted. And you have about 1 hour before you succumb to hypothermia.
He says sometimes in cold water, your body can have a spasm, blocking your airway, preventing more water to get into your lungs. Joycelyn's body sent to a state crime lab where an autopsy was completed. The sheriff adamant that there's a lot more that we don't know about this story. He would not elaborate on the results of that autopsy, though.
Are you seeing anything in your work that may determine this could be something bigger?
Not that I can discuss at this time. No.
See, you ain't saying nothing. I don't like that.
Body here. That's
I don't like that.
Going to answer a lot of questions.
And he's right. Gary Jones's body has not been found, and there's been a slew of theories as to what happened to him. Investigators searching the boat and finding his hotel room key card, wallet, and his driver's license. There were also snacks and a cookie cake on board. Investigators said that there was no evidence that the boat was struck by another vessel or that it crashed into an object. But there is something interesting. One day after Joycelyn's body was found, they did find his shoes floating on the opposite side of the lake, about 15 yards apart, floating near the shoreline. There was no dirt or mud on his shoes.
He routinely did not tie his shoes on tight, and we have absolute evidence of that that's visible when he launched the boat. So if you were out there in the water struggling to swim or something like that and kicking, it certainly wouldn't have been hard for your shoes to come off with it.
First responders reaffirming that they are committed to...
I ain't got time for Santa. Santa is crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on here. They talking about it was air in her lungs, that you would die from hypothermia in an hour. So you mean to tell me this lady clenched onto her phone for an hour and didn't call nobody? Didn't call nobody. That don't even make sense.
And then they said if he was fighting for his life, his shoes would come off, but it wouldn't come off in it wouldn't come off in the woods.
Wouldn't come off on the shore. And then said they wasn't dirty. What he said? They ain't had no
They were
mud or
dirty,
something
they
on.
had no mud. If you fighting for your life, you fighting for your life in the water. So if your shoes are up there, why are you looking for him in the water? Why?
So you mean to tell me you took your wallet out your pocket, your room key, your shoes, and vanished?
Your shoes before you got in the boat, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you out in the cold. It was cold.
Mm-hmm.
You out in the boat with no shoes on in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And why is he not telling us what's on this autopsy?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you say what was on the autopsy? If she drowned, why wouldn't you say she died from asphyxiation?
Exactly.
They don't want him to know that they own to him. They trying to track him down. That's what they trying to do. That's what I'm gonna go with.
It was a year
I'm gonna
ago
go with.
it happened on the 8th. Today is the 27th. You ain't found him yet.
She like, he long gone.
He's gone. That man got a facelift and everything.
What his name is again?
Jones. Cleophas.
Let me see what his name is. See if his family's saying anything. Gary Jones.
Gary.
He got a common name though.
Gary
will continue to use cadaver dogs, sonar technology, dive teams, and aerial support to put all the pieces together. When asked if this was a homicide investigation, Sheriff Sills had this to say.
You're looking at the homicide division.
Okay.
It's been engaged since I found out about it. There's just some peculiarities about
Okay,
all of it, some of which I'm not going to elaborate on at this time.
Pause. Santa is the sheriff and the homicide division in Oconee. He said you looking at it. You looking at the task force, the drug force, the FBI, the homicide, the traffic stop, the bus stop. He said you're looking at them. I am all of them.
I'm the coroner. I did.
He said I'm the coroner. I did the autopsy. You're in Oconee, not Atlanta. You're in Oconee. It's me. It starts with me. It ends with me. When I retire, my son gonna take over. That's what's going on down here in Oconee. Said it was a homicide since I got out my car. I've been here. This is probably the most he done worked in the past 5 years. That's why he got an attitude. He ain't got time for this shit. He like, you know what? That death stuff be over there, Lake Lanier. Not here.
Not here.
We ain't had to deal with this type of stuff. When he bring his ass over here and want to get in his boat for, he should have went to Lake Lanier. He mad. That's why he like, I don't want to talk about nothing. I ain't telling y'all nothing. Then Will said, take it back. Let me hear him again.
Hold on.
As of now, this still together. When asked if this was a homicide investigation, Sheriff Sills had this to say.
You're looking at the homicide division.
Okay.
It's been engaged since I found out about it.
Straight face. No smirk. You're looking at him. Right here. These right here is my family members out here trying to see how long I gotta work. Most action we done had in decades.
Because you never heard anything about somebody passing or dying or unaliving themselves or whatever on Coney Island or Oconee. But Lake Lanier come up every 2 or 3 months.
Now somebody said the same thing I said. Somebody said at first, I was saying that man ain't in that water. Now I'm starting to think maybe they making us think that he in the water when they really trying to get closer to where he at and they just don't want him to run.
No. No. Because he gone. You ain't close. It's been 20 days. He gone. Don't it say the first 48? If you don't figure it out in the first
they be like, in the first 48.
He gone. We on the 5th 48.
This is the most crucial time.
Exactly. It's over. It's over. That man gone. He a white man now. He gone.
Somebody said if they ain't found him in 18 days, they ain't gonna find him.
No.
Somebody said he alive and gone.
Just some peculiarities about all of it, some of which I'm not going to elaborate on at this time.
As of now, this still has been deemed as a death investigation, although all deaths are investigated as homicides until the evidence proves otherwise. Joycelyn Wilson, she was laid to rest last week, known by many as a beloved math instructor at Spelman College for many, many years. She loved reading, skydiving, flying planes, traveling the world. She was reportedly set to marry Gary Jones next month on Pi Day, March 14th, commemorating their love of mathematics. Gary Jones, also a beloved teacher and coach at Westminster
somebody that
Schools in
knows
Atlanta.
Joycelyn.
His family released.
Somebody that knows Joycelyn says, we're very sad about this story. I'm an alumni from the College Park Atlanta University, and we knew each other in college and reconnected recently. Gary proposed to Joycelyn over the holidays, as it was reported in the news. They were set to get married on March 14th. I have a degree in journalism. I write and read for a living, so it's disturbing to me the information about Gary Jones' character, who was a respected educator and coach at the prestige Westminster private Christian school for many years. This man had nothing to do with her death. They were out celebrating his 50th birthday on a plastic dolphin boat, so that's what it's called, with the engine too big for a structure, as reported in the news. Joycelyn was obviously deceased when she hit the water, because the phone was found in her hand while floating in the water. A death grip causes everything to lock within your hands. Had she been alive before hitting the water, the phone would have dropped inside of the boat or into the water. She also had air in her lungs, so they're not reporting her death as a drowning. The phone being stuck in her hand is a big sign. The full effects of hypothermia will take around 30 minutes to develop. She had no chance of surviving 80 feet of water to swim in without a life vest on, and the phone wouldn't have been stuck within her hands. Gary had to have jumped off the boat to try to rescue her, and the height of the water was too deep for him to swim in. His wallet and belongings were still in the boat that floated away with the engine still running. According to the news reports, his shoes was found floating by Joycelyn near the shoreline. The lake had, which that's not what it said. The lake had water from the dam released into it the next day after they disappeared. Plus, the lake had been the lake had sightings of alligators in the past. It's been over 2 weeks.
Alligators in that water.
It's been 2 weeks. So after finding Gary's shoes in the water with no mud or detection from the cadaver dogs that he left the water, they know that he's in or was in the water before something else got to him. The lake is a death trap with the city below of trees and God knows what else. This is a very sad story that has turned tragic. Black people don't take someone out on, she got in quotations, water unknown to them in swimming to become lost at sea. We're not wired that way. Their boat was not equipped for the high amount of water. It was moving too fast for them to even think about remembering to put their life vests on. So she think that the boat took off from the shore at a high speed and they didn't get a chance to put their vest on and fell in.
You put your vest on before you get your ass in the boat.
So this crisis occurred within an hour and a half from the time that they got onto the boat. The boat was 7 miles away from their entry point. The sheriff is stating that as much as 400 pounds was on the boat between the two of them. So there's no way the boat could have traveled that far in a short amount of time unless something was wrong with the boat. That being said, the engine. I hope they find Gary Jones and you all will owe his body an apology.
So is she saying that there's foul play, or she's saying that
Now I don't know, because she's saying that Gary was. She started off by saying,
well, let's start off with she said that she is a journalist.
yeah,
Because
that's
you
what
are
she said. I have a degree in journalism.
not. You have a degree in journalism, but you are not practicing your degree. Because
Come
baby,
on, to those that are inquiring, I have a degree in journalism.
you shouldn't have said that, because you have just fucked up. Because
Mhm.
your writing skills, and I'm not a writer, but you didn't tell a story at all. You told two parts that was mixing. Like, what are you trying to tell us?
Yeah, what are you telling us? Because you're saying he a great person.
Exactly.
He was a great educator and coach, and he would never have done something like this. Then follow up by saying Joycelyn was obviously deceased when she hit the water. Well, how did she get deceased before she hit the water, girl? What do you think? She had a heart attack?
Exactly. Somebody had to kill her. Unalive her.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what the person said under their somebody under their comment said, wrong. Somebody said, I attended Clark Atlanta as well with her. I'm curious about why you're so sure he didn't have anything to do with her death, though. Everything about this situation is suspicious, especially the fact that there was air in her lungs.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I included that in my overview of my story that I wrote. There was no gun found in the boat. Girl, who says about the gunshot? Like, what are you talking about? The only reason he ended off the boat was to rescue her. Oh, you was there.
It was no way. It was no way. Rescue
She fell
her
off. She said she fell off the boat.
But she died before. You said she was unalive before she hit the water.
She
Why
said there must have been some type of distress in the boat because it was going so fast that they couldn't figure out how to get things under control. They never got a chance to put their life vests on. The lake is 80 feet of water.
Now, one thing was right. The grip, the foam grip, rigmarole gets set in. Now that she probably got right. But how long does it take for that to set in? And if it only took 7 minutes to hit the middle of the boat, to hit the middle of the water, rigmarole take more than 7 minutes to set in.
Let's see.
Because come on now. And then people say it was a 2 hours when the boat started making that noise.
$2 to 6 hours.
Exactly. So they was on the boat for 2 hours.
Yeah, it say muscles start to stiffen within a couple of hours after death.
Here we go. So 2 hours. So did she get unalive before she even got on the boat with him? 2 hours to sit in. He put her on the boat, started it, and let it go out there by itself.
This girl said the only reason they discovered her was because her body floated face up with her phone stuck in her hand to balance her. Do you think her iPhone kept her afloat? You must think that mug is like a float device. Like, this ain't gonna keep you up.
No, it's not.
At all.
It's not. I think so. What if something happened to her before the boat even took off? What if she was unalive before she even got in the boat? What if he put her in the boat? But why wouldn't he take her phone? And he put her in the boat.
Y'all need to turn your TV off and stuff. It's bedtime.
Turned the boat on, put her in the boat, turned the boat on, sent her on her way.
Right. Now that makes sense.
Okay. She out there, unalive.
But
Rigor
what would he have
mortis.
done to kill her while she was holding the phone? Like, what is the circumstance to where you be clenching your phone?
Or choking. But they have to be able to.
They should be able to see that.
But he's not releasing the report. He ain't releasing like exactly what was on the body. Nothing. It didn't say foul play. Did they even ask him about foul play? He didn't answer that.
Yeah, they did ask him. He didn't. He
didn't
said
say
he
that.
couldn't say.
Was it a struggle for life? He didn't say that.
Somebody said he looked Puerto Rican. Check Puerto Rico.
No, he looks black. That man is black. Okay. Are they talking about? I mean, he's black. It's not Puerto Rican.
I said, y'all need to be crafting y'all apology to his family, friends, and students when they discover his body. All these people saying he's alive act like they are detectives on the first 48.
Well, we're better detective than Mr. Quaker Oaks ass.
Exactly.
Because he ain't giving us nothing right now. Nothing.
Somebody said she questioned him about another woman and he killed her.
How they know that? And like who?
I think that if this was just a shut and closed case, then Santa would just say she died from asphyxiation from the water.
And we can't find his body.
Yeah, and we can't find his body.
And he's not closing the case though; it's still open.
Right, they still
looking for
diving and searching and stuff.
20 days later.
20 days. I don't know. The shoes with no mud, nothing on them.
And that's why he didn't check her credit cards because they found
his wallet on the But I still would check his bank accounts because what if he pulled up to a bank, went in and got some money?
Well, that would be on the camera. Or before you talking about before they went out,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what was the actions beforehand? They went for his 50th birthday. Went
cake in there.
Got a cookie cake. Got on the boat.
Oh. It's time for bed.
We're going to keep up with it. It's time for my bed too.
All right. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to all my family.
Until we meet again, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share. And catch us tomorrow live.
Yes, tomorrow we're live. So make sure you hit that notification button and leave your comments down below. We'll be sure to get back with them because we read comments.
Yes, we do.
Peace. Live tomorrow.